I've already taken the T-bone off because it's size for my Coolroom. But normally, what I'll be doing is going up the tailbone the whole way, just so we can separate the tailbone to the rump. Now, 2 fingers on the H-bone, down across, straight line. What we're going to be doing is going the full way, and that will separate our rump, I feel it, from your round top side and bottom side. Take a little quicker so you don't cut yourself. Now, just using the tip of your 6-inch curved boning knife, just slowly going down along the H-bone, just slowly fleecing it out, and when you get to a certain point, just pull them down, use the force and gravity, take it off, and that is your ideal steak. Now, for the rump, you want to be going just at the bottom of the marrow bone, taking that off like that. And mostly it's just mainly fleecing and hard on the bone. Letting gravity do most of the work for you, so you don't have to pull as hard. Okay, that is your rump of your H-bone. Now, taking out the poke side of your H-bone, fleecing it out, and that is your poke side. Normally good for a good bit of sandwich steak, that is. Now, following the bone, we'll be taking the H-bone out. Using a bit of pressure as you're fleecing it off. That is your H-bone. Now, for the rest, we'll be just mainly doing seam work. After you've been doing it for a while, you get a rough gist of where you got to go. Bit hard to tell on this, but right there, there's the seam. Just using the tip of your knife, you'll be fleecing the seam off. Okay, now on the other side, bottom of your marrow bone there, top of your round, in a sawing action, you'll be following the marrow bone down. When you get close to the end, hand away, straight down. When you've taken the round off, turning your knife around and using the back of it, just scraping hard along the bone. And when you've scraped off enough, you reckon, pull it down, taking it off, and that is your round. Now, top side, same work again. You get a rough idea, goes around and down. So using the tip, going down and around, Now there's two things you gotta go for. The top one, the first one, it's called the cap. That is the top of the top side. Then you want to go to the second one, that is your actual top side. Alright, that's your top side off. Now we'll be doing your silver side. 2 fingers down from the V. We just go straight across there. You'll feel it drop. That is as far as you need to go, because then you're going into your osso. Doing a V down either side to mark it. Right. Taking that is your silver side, drillo, and eye of the silver side. Now, taking your marrowbone off. If you're not sure where the joint is, just move a little bit, you'll see where it is. Alright, that's your marrowbone. And that just leaves your osso hanging. So, marrowbone, H-bone we don't need. Silver side, top side, round, I feel a top side, rump, and I feel it. Alright. Slowly just trimming it up. Being careful because it is one of your better cuts, so you don't really want to bugger it up. Trim it up, you'll get a rough idea what eye fillet looks like. Then, all you're doing is just slicing it.
I've got a taste test.
Hey?
Taste test?
Would do, but because this is unstamped meat, it's not for sale, so I'm sorry.
It's not.
Alright. Now we'll be doing the rump. Taking the end of the round off. Now, once you've done that, you're measuring how long you would like your tail of your rump. Alright, trimming that off. Now normally your first cut of your steaks, it's called your face cut. Normally good for minced sausages, but when you're on the farm, just cook it. There's nothing wrong with it. And that is your rump steak. I won't slice the whole lot, but I'll get to it later. Alright, poke side. Normally just take the outside fat off it, good for when you're in a hurry, just throw it on the barbecue, cook it up. Okay, now your round. There's two ways you can slice it. You can leave the cap on or take the cap off. When you see it in most supermarkets, it's cap off. But it all depends what you're really liking.
What's the reason for taking the cap off? Is it just presentation or? Yeah.
Yeah. Key to being the apprentice and all that, I got told by my boss, really, you eat with your eyes. That's all it is. So going to a supermarket and not knowing what the hell you're eating. So some cases with a nicer bit of beef, I do leave cap on. It's no hurrah, but yeah, some people prefer to have the cap off. When you do cap off on a body of beef on a home kill one, all you end up with is more mince and sausages.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's the point. Yeah.
So, just slicing in a. What I normally do too is for my better steaks like your rump, eye fillet, scotch fillet, T-bone and that, I'd try and do rule of thumb, so very thicker cut. But when you get to your round, your top side, your silver side, your more toughest cuts, I normally just do half thickness. So slicing that, and that is your round steak. Now, top side, same thing, you can go cap on, cap off. For today's demonstration, I'll be doing half and half. So I'll leave half the cap on and take half the cap off, just trimming up some of the fat. Okay, so because I'm doing half and half, there's with your top side and silver side, there's a good end and a shit end. Normally try and keep the shit end for your roast because it's a roast, and your good end you normally slice for steaks. So just using your tip, you're fleecing off the front part of the cap because we'll be doing the front bit for steaks. And yeah, it's just normal thing of thumb, just trim it up. If you have any doubts in it, just trim it up and throw it out. You don't really want to muck around. So first cut's normally your face cut. Then we'll be slicing some top side steaks. So slicing them, and that's all you get. If they're too big for you, just slice them in half and you got your perfect sandwich size. Now, we'll be slicing that later. Two roasts, pretty simple. Just cut it in half, and there's your two roasts. Now, silver side, you're taking out your your gravy beef from the silver side, sorry. That is just using the tip of your knife, finding that seam you would like, and just fleecing it out. Then on the other side, just fleecing it out. And that is your gravy beef. Just trim it up off excess fat, what you don't really want on it. Then, when you come to it, you'll see that there's the silver side, or the silver sinew of the silver side. We'll be taking that out because it is quite tough sometimes. Bring that up later. Then, just a nice thin slice, and that is your silver side. And then, when you get down to it even more, so when you got your silver side, and that's your Dorello part, which is that bit there.
What did you call it on the side?
Dorello. That is the eye of the silver side.
Yeah, no, I just have to name.
Yeah. Normally, there's two ways you can do it. You can fleece the Dorello right out, and because it's a nice round bit of steak, you thinly slice it, sandwich steak. Then with your silver part of your silver side, you can do that into roast, or you can do the whole lot. It's really what you like. Then with your gravy beef, it's the same. Just trim it up off all the excess fat. Turn it around, and being a gravy beef, it's normally good for a slow cooked steak, so you can either dice it or steak it and just turn it into a casserole. And that is your gravy. Now, last but not least, this is where you need to fire the barbecue up. Now, I broke this off yesterday because the cow was too big to go in my coolroom, but don't really have to say what it is because you should know what it is. Slicing it, T-bone, you can cut it as thick as thin as you want it. That's your T-bone. Now it all depends if you would like osso, diced or minced, you can do either. But if you're doing osso, just trimming that off. Taking your knuckle off. Slice them through that way, and that is your osso. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you do a hindquarter.